And we're live.
You're listening to the We Talk Nerd podcast, a podcast about gaming, movies, and everything nerd. I'm your host, Brandon.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Jared.
And yeah, we got Jared this week, and we're going to talk to him a little bit. So, yeah, Jared, tell us what's been going on.
What's going on, Jared?
Oh, no, actually, so gonna swap it up on you guys a little bit. I actually have been playing a little bit of Fortnite lately.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got baited by someone whose name shall not be mentioned. But so I'm terrible, but it's like one of those games that you want to keep playing because you're like, man, I want to build like that guy. But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't have enough time to learn how to build like that guy.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, our clock of spare time is running out.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder every day. But other than that, also have been doing a lot of high Mythic Plus keys on WoW. We actually did a plus 22 last week.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, plus 22 Maul Souls. And if you're familiar with Raider.io, there's 5 of us now who have over a 3K score, which is probably an average of like 19 plus 19 keys across the board.
That's really good, and
Nice,
anyone
yeah.
that doesn't play WoW terms, that's really good.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been up to game-wise.
Awesome. Nice.
Nice. What about you, Andrew?
I've been playing a little bit of the Switch. Not Fortnite on the Switch, though, unfortunately, I guess. I have not downloaded Fortnite on that thing. I refuse to. Unless the wife does, and then it'd be over. But I've been playing that RPG I've been talking about for a while. I'm near the end. Now I'm just trying to remember the name of it. It's so bad. It was like last weekend though.
That's pretty
I
rough.
know that's really bad. No, it's Night Wars. That's what it is. And it's good. It's good stuff. Now, because I want to finish that to get into Octopath, that'd be really nice too. Because I keep hearing great things about it. Been playing a little bit of Destiny, a lot of Warframe because that's just an addictive game overall. And then of
Still
course
haven't picked it back up yet.
it's fine. And then the community game, which is also very very awesome. I love the community. That's for me.
Cool.
How about you?
Well, like I said last week, I wanted to dive into some No Man's Sky and get to know it a little bit and see how that update is. Some World of Warcraft and a little bit of Civ 6 because I can't get enough of Civilization. But yeah, let's dive right into it. And for those who's wondering, I didn't mention it at the start. Rob isn't here this week due to scheduling conflictions, so here we are tonight with Jared.
Yeah,
So
Hey, that's me.
we got all the
dive
WoW
right in.
guys right here. Where you can talk
Yeah,
WoW
the
all
WoW
day.
guys. A lot of WoW stuff, and without Rob being bored.
Exactly.
But you'll talk about it in just a minute. But starting out, we'll talk about the game, which Rob likes to add little things about. But Kingdom Hearts 3, it is going to have 80 hours plus worth of content, of playable content. And
That's amazing.
of the main story, that main story will be 40 to 50 hours of that. So that's
really
a
good
pretty
still. Yeah.
that's a pretty long story.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember if Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 had around 40 or 50 hours. I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't know. Maybe in total. Hard to think. You can pretty much rush those stories.
Mhm.
I didn't really play much of the Kingdom Hearts games growing up, to be honest.
They're great.
They're
They're
fun.
fantastic. Yeah, they're if you think about it, they're not. If you take all the Disney aspects and like the cute story or weird story actually, it's a solid action RPG. It's a really solid action RPG. So if you like that kind of stuff,
Make sure to put that J in there because it's definitely J.
yeah, definitely a great
Oh, yeah.
J action RPG. Yeah. So
But
80
yeah,
hours of
The
content.
rest is saying 1 and 2 are about 30 hours, which seems pretty realistic. They feel pretty short, but those are fun games, and this one looks like it's going to be a lot longer, which makes sense since we've been waiting on this for quite a while.
If it's gonna be the finale, an extra 20 hours might do that justice. Absolutely.
Huh. You think it's going to be the finale?
I mean, I don't know. They can keep rolling with this too, but just don't put it 12 years a gap, that sort of thing. Was it how long was it? An 8-year gap? I don't know. I don't even know yet.
A long,
It's a long time.
But yeah,
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, speaking of some old things, Nickelodeon announced that they're making Nickelodeon kart racers for the Switch. It'll be out in October. But this is Mario Kart or Diddy Kong or Sonic Racers or Crash Bandicoot kart game, but with your favorite Nickelodeon characters from all your favorite cartoons.
Made by who?
That's a good question. I don't have that info.
Because I'll be honest, like the kart racers in general could be good if they had if the developers developed kart racing games previously, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's cool. So if you ever wanted to, race in a kart as SpongeBob against the Rugrats or any of those, this is your chance.
I can get down with that.
Jared, you played some Mario Kart back when, right? I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Nintendo 64. I mean,
that's right.
That's where it was.
That's good stuff.
So this game's definitely going to be banking on that 90s nostalgia and maybe even the kids who have Switches now. So looks fun. Sure. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. But so we're going to move on with that. We have Gloomhaven. You guys know that board game, or maybe Jared might not know about it, but if Rob was here, he has lots of Gloomhaven.
I remember Rob talking about it when he first started coming on the show. He went in depth about it.
It's like a $200 board game. It's very expensive, but it's like a
new thing.
Yeah, it's like a D&D campaign sort of board game, but it is in development as a video game now, and I'm not talking digital translation, as in you get on the tabletop simulator and play in tabletop version, but on your computer. This is a full like video game adaptation of taking what happens in the game and making it there is going to be a dungeon crawling roguelike.
Right. And just to put in perspective, Gloomhaven, even though expensive, at least what Rob is stating, has been sold out and hard to find, and still like just keep hearing rave reviews about people that have it. And I've even heard like people playing single player, like you can just set it all up and play single player campaigns out of it.
Well, to add to that, this video game version is going to be single player at
there we go.
At launch initially. So
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's in development by I don't know if I'll butcher this name, but Asmondi Digital. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're
they've
right.
made before.
Yeah, I don't know what they've made before either.
So is the video game going to be $200?
I hope.
It's not Destiny price, no.
According to the chat, a box alone is £40, which that's a pretty heavy box.
Oh wow!
Snagged a copy for $100. It's a good deal. Good deal.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, good stuff, chat. Moving on. This made me happy to hear, because I've been a little skeptical about it. But BioWare has come out and said that they are still working on Mass Effect and Dragon Age alongside Anthem. So they still have studios working on these other games. Everything's not devoted strict to Anthem, and they're giving up on everything else. They're still working on Mass Effect and Dragon Age 4, of course.
That's great to hear. Those IPs Mass Effect did make a lot of money, but if they're going to rekindle the Mass Effect series, they need to start with its like roots of like.
I'm sure it's a good ways down the road, because we still have Anthem beginning of next year. We'll have Dragon Age.
Hopefully sometime soon.
It's probably, I would either say, a year and a half to 2 years after Anthem. And probably you could expect the same spacing for Mass Effect.
Which I kind of expect them to do that, because I think it's pretty risky to come out with a new IP, dump all your eggs in that basket, and then it fail, and then you're like, well, we ain't got nothing else going on, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely. I totally agree.
Yeah,
and EA's got to be looking at them pretty hard.
I would think. Especially after the whole Andromeda thing. Yeah, but it's for those Mass Effect fans like you, like me out there. It's good news that we haven't quite lost that IP yet. So
good thing from chat too, because a lot of people did enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition. So anything,
and I like Anthem or Andromeda.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed. I mean, the fights and stuff. I haven't finished it. I'm probably like 20 hours in, but other than the dialogue, the gameplay and everything is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, story's not quite there, but it's very. I think it's a fun game.
Chad disagrees. Andromeda
Chad-
was such a dumpster fire.
Chad does disagree.
I picked it up for like $20. You know, $20.
I got it at 60. I don't regret it. I had a lot of fun with it. Put a lot of hours into it.
Right.
Yeah. And we also have a new DLC out for South Park: The Fractured But Whole. It's called Bring the Crunch. And if you can't guess from that title, if you don't watch South Park, there's a character called Crunchberry Mint Crunchberry, something like that. And that'll be the kind of focus of this expansion. And it's going to add it's already out, so it adds a new area to the game, a new class, and a new buddy, which is Mintberry Crunch or whatever his name is. And apparently, it's a little bit longer than the last expansion, the Casa Bonita. So that'd be good. I like that last one, so I'll check it out and give a review of it next week and see how I like it.
Cool.
I've wanted to like play those games, but I can't get into them, and I don't know why.
Really? I feel like it's a really good, funny episode of South Park, and I just want to keep going.
Is it the RPG aspect, or is it like the...
Maybe... I don't know.
Is it turn-based combat that kind of ruined it for you?
That may be it.
It could be the slower aspect of it, too. I mean,
I enjoyed that.
If it was action RPG, maybe a bit different, right?
I think if I played it long enough to get like actually into the story, then I think I'd get hooked. But I don't know.
Yeah, I would say you need to give it a good try. Stick with it for a little bit because those are some funny games.
And they keep getting good scores.
They do.
And I assure you that they're working on the next episode of this. Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, it's good stuff. Really fun. We'll talk about that probably a little bit more next week. And something else we're going to talk about next week. Some more WoW stuff. We're pretty much going to be a lot of WoW for a while now.
Boar robbed to death. Why not?
War robbed to death. So this week was week 2 for the War of Thorns. If you're expecting it's about the same length as last week, you'll be disappointed. This is a very, very, very short quest chain. But it does finally answer those burning questions about the Tadrassil. And you get a free mount out of it. So that's good stuff.
Oh, hey, I didn't know that.
2 mounts.
2 mounts?
Yeah, 2 mounts. Yeah, one for the Lions, one for Horde. Yeah.
Okay, I need to do this.
If you get one, you unlock the other one, so you don't have to worry about having to do the quest chain on both sides.
Awesome.
But you might get a different perspective of the story by doing it that way. But yeah, tell us a little bit more about WoW, Jared.
Wait, I can't remember. Do we do spoilers? Is that a thing?
I mean, at this point, sure. I mean,
okay. Let's go for it.
Okay, so this week specifically, you actually probably spent more time watching the cutscene than you actually did the quest, because it was like a 4-minute cutscene. And
wow.
Yeah, it's a kind of like a short about Sylvanas, and it kind of shows her past. You get to watch her die by the Lich King, and her soul being dragged out of her body. Pretty cool. But
sounds cool.
But it kind of gives you perspective of why she is the way she is, why she pretty much hates life, and why she's doing what she's doing. Because, as you may know, she burned down Teldrassil, and it's actually kind of sparked a controversy because
very big controversy.
It goes back to like Cataclysm, where Garrosh was the war chief, and you had Horde players were like, not my war chief. So it's kind of like a divided Horde. You know, some people are diehard Horde who are savage and like, yeah, I agree with this. And then you have some Horde that are like, okay, this is a little overboard, because like they try to kill Malfurion in a dirty way, and you know, some people are on the fence about it because Malfurion's been a really neutral character in the past expansion or two.
Yeah, I can see that too, because even Legion fighting off the hordes of Legion coming together as a world, and then of course splitting up again and then trying to kill each other, but like even in the most harshest way possible, right? So yeah. I can see that.
Yes, the short is very dark. Like it's Sylvanas talking to a night elf woman who's on the ground dying, and you know she's like, you used to be the protector of your people, and all this, and you know she pretty much has this flashback, like I talked about, and yeah, she pretty much is beyond repair, as
Pure
it
evil
is shown. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see where that takes us.
The collector's edition boxes, I think, are actually out now, and you can get those if you want the collector's edition box. And they actually have a book in it that has some short stories or interludes about this War of Thorns, and it actually gives some background and some insight. I won't spoil it because that's fairly new. But I've done a couple of reading and some people's feedback on them, and it actually adds a lot more sense and a lot more depth to the events that happened. And people are kind of saying they kind of wish that was more of this information from these books were in game, so it wouldn't have been as big as a controversy. But if you read them and see what the reasoning was behind a lot of this, it kind of makes sense.
And it adds more depth to actually playing the game too. And for me, I love the lore of just Warcraft in general. But even getting into the game and then seeing the cinematics and then knowing some things behind that and the reasoning goals why you're playing, that adds just a lot of hype to it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's some like people that just get on the game, grind, get the gear, but lore just adds a little bit more of that like substance to the game.
Oh yeah. And that's a big reason of why I've stuck with WoW, because, well, and even with this, they're getting more and more ambitious with their storytelling. I mean, this is, the evidence of that.
Yeah, I can't wait what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're kind of making the Horde, they're kind of making them out to be the bad guy, and the Alliance has like the innocent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some people's problem. They're supposed to be, just two sides of the same coin, but the way this story is kind of written them right now is that they're the bad guys, and some people on the Horde don't feel like bad guys. They don't want to be bad guys.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Well, and leading up to this, like, everyone knew that the tree was going to burn, and that Sylvanas was in a picture standing in front of it, but like, there were a lot of Horde players that were hoping that like Queen Azshara or like the Void Lords had actually something to do with it and just made it look like Sylvanas was the cause of it. But no, she's
just hardcore.
Burn the tree!
She's just that evil. Dang.
Yeah, basically.
Crazy.
But yeah, speaking of Queen Azshara, next week there will be a short coming out about her. So I'm really interested to see what that's going to be about, because she will be the final boss in the second raid.
Nice.
Having that Warbringer short in this pre-patch events makes me think that the other Warbringer shorts are also going to probably play along at some point in the game as a cinematic.
Yeah. And I don't know. We'll see. Because I feel like it kind of makes me wonder if she's going to be anywhere around the battle for Lordaeron, because there's a lot of cutscenes in that scenario alone that we have not seen, because in beta it just showed Thrall shooting Deathwing out of the sky. All of this.
They use some placeholder cinematics in beta because they don't want to give spoilers out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. But
so much hype. So much hype right now. How long until it comes out, guys? How long?
Is less than 2 weeks now.
Less than 2 weeks? Yeah, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Basically, be prepared, everybody. Be prepared.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. We got less than 2 weeks.
Yep, we have Battle for Lordaeron next week, and then after that, we're in the thick of it.
You want to do the plug for the Bad Mama Jammas here?
Yeah, might as well. So, if you are looking at getting into World of Warcraft, or if you're a seasoned player, really any play style, we do have a guild in PixelPub called the Bad Mama Jammas. We are recruiting. We're going to start out with 2 raiding teams one for Mythic Progression, which is going to be like a 3-day raid team who's going to turn into a 2-day raid team once we are done farming Heroic. And then we'll have a one casual team that'll be like a late night Friday raid team for, anyone in the community, no matter what server you're on. You have to be Alliance, sorry. But that is actually the only limitation. Besides, we'll have some minor gear limitations, but a lot of us from the main Mythic Progression team will probably be bringing other characters in there, so it'll still go smooth and just kind of like a laid back atmosphere for people who want to do the content. And that way, if you and a buddy have two different ideas of what you want out of raiding, well, you both be part of this guild and just be on two different teams. And that's kind of what we're going for. And then also for those people who maybe have quite a few people, like 4, 5, 6 players, and it's really hard to find a team that needs all of those pieces, we also offer our community members the ability to create your own raid team under our brand. And you'll be branded under the Bad Mama Jammas. You'll be able to use our tools of recruitment and everything of the sort. So
yeah,
check out the website, pixelpubgaming.com
/ World of Warcraft. It's all there.
Yeah,
nice,
good stuff. What's this other game that you're excited about?
This other game, this huge game.
Yeah, hey, I'll get to play it for like 4 days. But no, so Madden 19 is going to be coming back to the PC for I think this is like the third time ever, third or fourth. But I think that it could end up being pretty huge. Because PC gaming, I think, is more popular now than it was 10 years ago.
I think it's always climbing.
Yeah, and they're starting to bring these sports games back to the Origin client, that are EA anyway. But it's coming out next Friday on the 10th. I think if you pre-order, you can technically get it 3 days early.
Or if you have the EA Access thing.
Well, if you have EA Access, I think you can already play it now, because one of our Xbox friends from a long time ago, Jay,
he's on Snapchat today,
he was already playing it. So anyway, we're gonna start a PixelPub, or I guess I am gonna start a.
You volunteered yourself. It's all good.
Yep, I'm doomed. We're going to start a PixelPub online franchise for any members to join. We might do one league for a fantasy draft and then one league that just has regular teams. And obviously up to 32 people can be in a league, and you just play head-to-head and you can make trades. Pretty much be the owner and play head-to-head.
Sounds awesome. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I hope to push out more information on that in the next few days.
Maybe even tonight. I haven't set that up in the PixelPub upcoming communities, but that's going to be something. Because we already had popularity for it. I think people are already interested in it. So
yeah, like 11 footballs, dude, and we don't have a channel yet. What are you doing?
No, I know. We got. We just launched that thing tonight. So today. So it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Forward to it.
Depending on how Legion or Battle for Azeroth falls, I might get in on that a little bit.
I mean, you don't
a
really
bit of downtime.
I'm not giving you a choice. I mean, you're buying it.
you're buying it. That's all good.
Okay.
Now for this next game, though, I can't force anyone to buy it. Though.
Let's stop right here.
Oh,
I have to get in this shot for Rob.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move down in quality of games as we talk next. So go ahead and take it away.
That's for you, Rob. That's for you, man. So I can't force anyone to buy this game because its price point's pretty high. Considering
we are going to give it away.
We are going to give it away. That's right. For our 10K celebration of
can't make you buy it, but we can give it to you.
We can give it to you. I love that. It's marketing, great marketing. But Destiny 2 this week, Solstice of Heroes came out. That's an update to it's really the celebration of what we've done in game. and a little bit of reward and a little bit more grind to keep everyone busy until Forsaken comes out. It's going on for the whole entire month. Just a little bit of information on it. The focal point of the event is like a series of 5 missions where you take the old campaign and then you make it harder, and they call it Redux missions. And then you basically complete all 5 of them to get like an armor upgrade. This celebration armor. So you're getting this piece of armor. You're doing more work to level it up, and eventually it becomes the most powerful armor to date. And as far as I know, people have been saying like the armor looks great. It's probably one of the coolest sets in the game. So people are like trying to grind that out. And the overall thing is it is 400 power. It gives you 400 max light power. But the only thing, honestly, it's just like any like WoW expansion. You're kind of waiting for expansion, where they're kind of handing you free loot. But honestly, when you get into the game in Forsaken, you're probably gonna get to level 400 in like the first couple missions, right? So this is really just for those people that want to, do the grind, get the armor for the sake of getting the achievements, and it's also fun. I just keep hearing good things about it. So the community has been all around having fun with that. We do offer some help in here in the PixelPub Discord, because there's a lot of Destiny players still, and I think it's only going to get bigger when Forsaken comes out. So just stay tuned. Make sure to get in Discord. That's where we all meet. We have clans open, and just an announcement: we're going to do a clan inactive purge starting next week. So if you are inactive, and I guess you're listening to podcasts or anything, just please log in. Get your date updated so we don't kick you. And of course, if you did get purged, we have open clans. Just come back. It's all good. Everything's good. That's Destiny 2 news for this week.
Yeah. So it sounds like a good fill-in while everybody's waiting on the expansion stuff.
Yep. It's a good fill-in.
It's always fun. It's better than not having anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about No Man's Sky now, like I told you I would last week.
Yeah, excited. Actually, there's a lot of people in the Discord excited.
Yeah,
about
we
this
got
too.
a channel started. A lot of people in there talking about it. It's been very active today since its launch.
Yeah.
And this is a very review in progress, so it's not final. It's there's still a lot of hours I need to put into it before I have very good concrete opinions toward it. There's a lot of stuff I still haven't experienced. Just for starters, I was watching Code day before yesterday play it, and he said that he hasn't even got a vehicle yet. And I know he plays like 6 hours every single day since the update came out, and he still hasn't done a vehicle thing yet.
Oh wow!
So that's a lot of hours he's got into it and not gotten. But he does have a lot of freighters. He does have his own freighter.
You can have a fleet of freighters. That sounds amazing to me.
It does. So my initial thoughts: the game has improved a tremendous amount since launch. There's a lot more content to do. It feels more streamlined. Before, whenever you started playing this game, after the first little bit of like tutorial, you're kind of just dropped, and that was it. Like no real sense of direction on what to do next. There was no base building at it, an original one. So it really was just gather resources to fly your ship around and go to different places. There wasn't a whole lot to do, I don't think. I know
Discovery,
the main objective.
Right?
Yeah, there's the discover things. The main objective was to get to the center of the universe, which still may be the main objective. But now at least there's some stepping stones. Before it was like, here's how you play it. Okay, now get to the center of the universe. Bye.
So, how can you get to the center of the universe when I thought that there was like apparently an infinite amount of planets?
It expands outward infinitely, but there is a center point in the very middle that everything connects to.
And the game is trying to lead you to that?
The game is leading you to that.
It's saying, okay, I got you.
Well, but that means someone could be like right there close to it, but then I start playing and I'm like way out there, like forever away. That's not cool.
Yeah, I mean it's single player with multiplayer now, where people join your game and play with you. So It's not like a competition to get to the center. It's like the progression of the game is like you want to get to the center. That's where you want to get.
So someone can't just like land on my planet and like kill me?
No, there is no combat in that sense. No. So it's only multiplayer.
I thought there's PvP. There's no PvP?
I don't think so.
I thought you can dogfight each other. No, I don't know.
There is dogfighting. There is dogfighting, but it's not with other players that I know of. It's with AI.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like you fight dogs?
No.
Oh, I mean, there's probably a little bit of that.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I guess so.
But
You're right.
The the multiplayer is strictly it's 4 players. Someone joins your game, and then it's co-op. You guys work together, building a base or whatever, that kind of thing. But I think one of the funnest parts of this game for me is the space flight. There's a lot of ships, a lot of variations. They have different stats. There's different class of ships. There's like C, B, A. Then there's like I think they're called legendary ships that you can find, S class, and they all look different. Usually you find them by an AI flying it around, and you go and talk to the AI, and you have to like barter and trade and make them trade for your ship and give them some money for it and stuff. So there's cool things like that.
How about the
apparently
multiplayer?
Apparently says there is a ship fight with a friend. So I guess technically, it'd be friendly fire out in space.
Right.
But it is co-op.
But you haven't tried the multiplayer yet.
I have not. I haven't actually got in with anybody. I've been kind of feeling it out for myself, getting back into how everything works. I don't even know how to swap the camera. I know I'm either stuck in third person in one save, or I'm stuck in first person in my older save. I have no idea how to swap it. But the character customization is pretty cool. You can actually change your race into one of the other space races.
Oh, cool.
I don't know how that works with the language barriers and stuff. Because if you didn't know, you have to learn each alien's language word by word, or you can't understand a word they're saying. So as you learn the language, when you're talking to them, you can pick words out in the sentence that you know. But if you don't know it, it's just a bunch of jumbled up letters.
Then you have to guess.
Yeah.
So how was your overall experience thus far?
So far, I highly if you own this game, if you never got it refunded, this is sitting in there, and you're like, oh, this is such a disappointment. I don't want to play it. I recommend you download it and play it and give it another shot now, because it is fun. You have a good time. For those who haven't bought it yet, if you catch it on a good sale, buy it. Or if you like those survival games and you like sci-fi space exploring, if you like starships, I'd say pick it up and give it a shot. It's a pretty decent game now. I would probably say it's a 6 or a 7 right now in my books.
Gotcha. And I think before it would have been a solid 4. Now, yeah. I think also there is a deal. It was on Steam either a week ago, or it still is. It's $30 on Steam, and then PS4 I saw it on Amazon for $20, and that itself probably a great deal for I don't know how many.
Up in some clearance bins somewhere too.
Possibly if you can find one. Yeah. So in general, you're saying recommended if you have, obviously if you have it, just download it and play it. Recommended even.
I would recommend it at $30.
There you go.
It's a good. I'd recommend it at that price point. It's a good game.
And I would also push for the community. If you're playing No Man's Sky, play together, and we want to hear more about the multiplayer experience.
Yeah, or tell me how to play, because I need some tips.
There you go. Help each other out. Awesome.
So yeah, come check out the new channel in the upcoming community section of the Discord.
I am not prepared for the Metacritic. I see. Well, other than games that released this week, Madden 19. It got 82. So that's basically your great above average score. Yeah.
Does Madden ever score low?
They
just copy and paste the same score.
Does it have different scores for like PC and console?
Metacritic normally always does. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me try. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Score.
I mean, I was just like really afraid you were going to say like 50 for PC.
No. Nothing there, but nothing other. Maybe Banner Saga 3 that got. I'm not sure if anyone's into the Banner Saga. I keep hearing good things about it. He has a 3 now, and that's for all platforms as well. That got 80, 84.
Those are even on mobile.
Yeah. I haven't heard of Flat Heroes for the Switch. But probably other than like just to say that's a high score. Maybe look that up if it's a possible indie game. Monster Slayers. I'm kind of interested in that for PC. I got 86. So I mean, I'm just naming good stuff out there. So the names of Monster Slayers, or of course Madden. Everyone knows Madden. Check those out. All great scores. That's this week in the game scores of the week. How about some
good
movies?
Stuff. Yeah,
movies,
we're gonna
TV?
move on. It's all the game and stuff now, but there is quite a bit of movies and TV stuff to talk about. So
Let's go.
And then we'll get into what the rest has been waiting for.
Yeah, what the rest has been waiting for, and he's up late, so we wanna get to it.
For those Altered Carbon fans, season 2 is coming very soon, and they've changed the lead to Anthony. Is it Mackie? Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
And Mackie.
Yeah, he plays the Falcon in the Marvel movies. And yeah, if you know the story of Altered Carbon, their bodies are sleeves, and so it's very easy to change out the main actors. Yeah, so Jared, I know you probably haven't watched Altered Carbon.
Nope.
Yeah, so everybody's consciousness is stored on like a device, like a USB drive, basically, and they put it in the back of a sleeve, a body, and you become that body.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your quick little Altered Carbon thing.
Netflix won't leave me alone. Every time I pull it up, it's
You
right
should
there.
watch it. I recommend it. It's a very good show. I think I rated it an 8 out of 10, if I remember correctly. So it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, a good point. Infinity War did come out on digital this week, and I think it's physical next week. So if you still haven't seen Infinity War for some reason, widely available now.
Great update. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Also, a trailer for Castlevania Season 2 dropped. So if you watch the first Castlevania season, it's very short. It's very good. And we get to see exactly what's in store for Season 2. And it looks great. It looks like it's going to be a little bit larger scale than the first one. And I believe they did say it's going to be more episodes than the first. I think the first season was kind of like a test run to see if there was interest. And from what I understand, it was people loved it.
I watched the first couple episodes. Very, very good quality stuff.
Very good quality animation.
Yeah, and then they said like it was short. Well, obviously because it was like a pilot, basically, like
Yeah.
you said. So
And
Yeah,
very
looking
incredibly
forward to it.
short. But that's also another good Netflix series. I think I might have gave it maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 10 episodes this season. I can't remember what the first one was. It was probably like 4 or 5 episodes. And another more Netflix stuff to talk about. Daredevil Season 3 is coming this year. It has been confirmed that we will have that this year. I was a little sad, and I was thinking maybe it might be a little ways off, but I'm glad to hear that it's coming out at least this year.
Yeah,
So-
a lot of fans, I'm sure, are excited.
It's definitely the best
It is.
show out of that group.
The Defenders, I would agree.
Hmm.
I talked about Luke Cage not long ago, a couple episodes ago. And then we have Iron Fist 2 next month. I think we have The Punisher after that, and then Daredevil. So, good. I get the good lineup. Good stuff. I don't know if this is going to be good. It's probably not going to be good. But filming for the next Terminator movie has started with Arnold Schwarzenegger. of course.
With Arnold. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So he is still terminating people or doing what he does in those movies. But
Jared
the next
shook his
one-
head when Jared shook his
Like-
head.
I didn't watch the last couple ones.
I did. I was just like, it's just another action crazy adventure with Arnold Schwarzenegger and machines. Yeah,
Hey, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
it sounds pretty good. I guess, yeah.
Does he box in this one too?
Oh man, I don't know.
I mean, anything of yeah. You think about Rocky?
You said
Yeah.
Stallone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well,
No, there is one of them. Actually, you know what?
Both of them.
To bring it back, when one of the films you did have Arnold boxing one of the Terminators. So I mean, you
That's
can
probably the
kinda-
third one.
not boxing, but like just like one on one. But yeah.
Oh man.
So in the
Yeah.
in the most lighthearted way, how do you transition to the next the next?
There's not a way, so we're just gonna move
Let's
on.
go for it.
You know, if you guys haven't heard, there's a movie coming out called Detective Pikachu about Pikachu, the Pokemon, being a detective, starring Ryan Reynolds. I'm not sure if he's the voice of Pikachu. I think he actually is the voice of Pikachu. But that's actually moved production studios, or whatever you want to call them. It was Universal, but now it is under Warner Brothers. So I don't know how that will affect anything. But it's odd to see a movie that's already like going through production to swap companies like that.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before.
It's weird.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it is happening. And in other Ryan Reynolds related news, he is producing a movie called Stoned Alone, and it is a R-rated reimagining of Home Alone.
I don't know what to say to that.
So
I have no idea what to say to that.
So he's just gonna get high on his couch and then just like reimagine what happened to him, like he's scarred for life.
Maybe. I don't think it's going to be a part of the Home Alone universe or anything like that. But it's going to be in that same realm of storytelling, I guess. I would probably say go ahead and expect to see Seth Rogen in this movie, just based on the title.
Probably.
But yeah, it piques my interest. Ryan Reynolds used to do movies like that back in the day with the National Lampoon movies. I forget what they're called now. That's pretty much what.
I'm kind of more correlating this to like Harold and Kumar level of whatever goofy craziness.
He used to have movies like that.
Yeah.
He was in college. I can't remember what they're called now. Oh man, but
I'm sure the chat will update us later.
Help us chat. The Ryan Reynolds movie from National Lampoon, where he was the star in college, all that good stuff. Anyway, moving on. Matt Reeves is saying that The Batman, his Batman movie that is coming out later, is going to be a noir-driven, definitive Batman story. So probably less of the action Batman that we've seen in the past and more of the Batman that you're used to probably in the Arkham series, where it's more like an investigative detective.
That's awesome. Yeah. That'd be really dark, gritty, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite type of Batman. And he also says that if Ben Affleck doesn't play his Batman, it's not going to interfere with the universe they've already established. This movie's supposed to be a younger Batman anyway, so regardless of who plays Batman, it's still going to be in the same realm and universe or cinematic. Ben Affleck can be Batman in the other movies, and somebody else can be Batman in the Matt Reeves movies.
Sounds good to me. That's fine.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. It's good, fair. I hope Ben Affleck is Batman in this one, because I personally liked him as Batman.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what this movie does with Batman.
Okay.
But no news on any Superman stuff. No.
Fine with me.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Now that that's over with,
go.
We'll get to the moment everybody's been waiting for the Extinction review, the talk. So if you don't know, Extinction is a Netflix movie that just came out. It has Michael Pena. Yeah. He's a father of a family in the near future. Or, I don't know. It doesn't really give a time frame. It doesn't say any, what year or anything like that it is in.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even tell you what location it's in. But he is Luis from Ant-Man and some other things. He has visions of an alien invasion. And he sees all this stuff playing out. He doesn't know if it's dreams, if he's crazy, or if he's imagining things. He works at a science lab that is called the Factory. His wife wants him to go get checked out medically for these things he's seeing. They think he's going crazy. But surprise, the invasion happens, and there's explosions, there's aliens everywhere. The CGI is kind of bad. But
good in some ways for what it is, but you can see some terrible You can see some terrible parts of it. Yeah.
There's some times you're like, wow, that's like really bad. But then there's some. I am glad they committed to a lot of like real props and not CGIing everything.
I agree. Yeah.
But there is some moments where you're like, oh, that's everything behind that guy is CGI right now.
I do have to say, like, the makeup and the actual, like, the aesthetic to everything was done very well, though.
The aliens look really good.
None
of the aliens are CGI. So that's cool. That's interesting. Nice to see. But Yeah, Rob. A lot of these notes I'm reading from Rob. Rob thought that the invasion was boring. I don't know how you felt about it, Andrew, but I don't think it was that bad. There was parts of it that were kind of slow, but I like the whole they were in this apartment building or tower, whatever you want to call it, and they had to figure out how to escape from there. And that was kind of a fun little sequence of events going on.
It was intense. I think it was intense, and then of course there were those points of just adrenaline rush and like what's going to happen, that sort of thing. But they had to put that in there to really set the tone for what's all the culmination of what's going to happen. So I actually really did enjoy the alien invasion because he was seeing these visions, but he didn't know how it was going to play out, and then it started happening, and you're like, okay, wow, now let's get into it. What's actually going to happen?
It's like, when are these, like, because you see, different parts of these, visions, and you're like, well, I wonder when that's going to happen.
Exactly.
I bet that's about to happen next.
Pieces of the puzzle that were put together. Yeah.
It's cool. It's different where a movie gives you pieces, and you have to be like, I wonder if it's coming now, or if it's going to be later. And that they definitely play off the suspense of that. Rob thinks this movie looks a lot like War of the Worlds.
I got that feeling too.
I got the feeling too. It's an alien invasion,
but different aesthetic though.
Definitely different aesthetic. Yep, those are more robotic aliens, if I remember correctly, and this one was very organic.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's the whole movie is an hour 35, so it's not a terribly long movie in today's standards. But Rob thought it dragged a bit in places, as a whole. But I don't think it dragged overall. But I do think the very beginning of the movie, they spent a little bit too much time developing characters.
Yeah.
Or just like kind of spending meaningless stuff at the beginning where they could have spent it later on in the movie after the invasion. But I feel like they probably spent a good 35 minutes of building up to the invasion.
Right. And we're not doing spoilers, of course, right? So
yeah, we're not. I'm trying to.
I think honestly, I actually now think about it. I think the character building was necessary in the very beginning.
A little bit. I think a little bit of it was, but then there was some. I'll probably talk about it after once we're done. We can talk about it. There was some spots where it was kind of like, does that really need to be explained or talked about? Because it doesn't help anything in the overall picture of the movie. But yeah, the whole movie it relies on suspense. Rob thinks it was fairly predictable in parts. And I think a lot of it was surprising. Some of it was predictable. Some of it was surprising. If there's a twist, there's some twist in the movie, and you wouldn't expect any twist unless I told you there's a twist. Like, like Thrust did in chat. So in this movie, I was expecting a twist, and I kind of called the twist one of the twists. There's a couple twists, but I called one of the twists like dead on the money. And I was pretty proud of myself for that. But
I think that's part of the movie, though, is really giving you the pieces of the puzzle, making you think about it, and then you're more invested inside the movie.
The longer the movie went on, I was trying to think of different scenarios that could play out, and it was like, oh, if this happens, maybe it's this or maybe it's that.
To put it together, really, it's like taking for what it is. It's a budget film done by Netflix. You got some good actresses and actors in it. I think.
Yeah, nobody well known, no big actors, but
in my opinion, it was a great screenplay, and then with the graphics that they were given, I think they did really well with it. And then for the story in itself, and actually giving you the suspense thriller action part of it, they did really well. I mean, in general, we want to put a score to it as for now, or are you up to that yet, or you want to keep explaining?
I'll do a little bit more, then I'll give a score.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So, Rob here says it feels like a good episode of The Twilight Zone. He says it's got a lot of Philip K. Dick influence, and he thinks it's kind of a Total Recall meets War of the Worlds.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Where he's coming from there.
He thinks it's better than the average sci-fi movie, and he thinks it's got a good message. But he says it's pretty boring early on, but kind of kicks up from there. I think it's a very unique sci-fi movie, and the twist can be unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely true. 100%.
The one thing I'll take away from this movie is that kids are very dumb, and in case of an apocalypse, always leave them behind. They only cause trouble. Only cause trouble.
Oh man.
So overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give the same. I'm gonna give the same 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I think that's
All
what
right.
I think my wife would also give it maybe a little higher, 8 out of 10, because she likes those thriller suspense movies.
Yeah. But as a special little treat, because some people talked about this in chat, I actually want to have my wife come up and talk about it a little bit because we watched it together, and she's gonna tell everybody what she kind of thought about it and where she's at with it.
Introductions?
Don't spoil anything.
So-
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil anything. But come over here and talk into the mic.
Say hi, everybody.
Say hi. You need to get in the camera frame. Set the computer down. I'll have to edit this out for the actual podcast.
That's all good.
So, this is Caitlin, my wife. You have to talk into here. And yeah. Anyway, let me put this where you can hear it.
Okay. Because what if they don't?
Hi, everybody says hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Don't be nervous. Alright. Alright. Can we hear anything?
Hello.
There we go.
oh, I can hear now.
Alright.
Is this
Yes.
oh,
Alright. So, talk about the movie. Tell us what you thought. Talk down here.
oh, can they hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's good.
I don't.
Sorry.
I really liked it. I thought it was better than what Brandon kept saying about you didn't like the CGI stuff.
you
or something.
have-
I don't pay attention to that.
You have less standards than I do for movies. You always tend to be more lenient.
Yeah, I do. But I thought it was really good. I just want to tell you what happened. But I
Don't
won't.
you can't spoil.
No.
I know it's really
Oh,
hard
yeah.
not to, but if you can take the aspects of like maybe like how the acting was, or like even like you said the CGI was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think the guy from the Ant-Man, whatever his name is, yeah. He just looks funny half the time though. I don't know, like when he
You-
do stuff,
so-
like I would assume, like
So you can't. So what you're saying is you can't take him serious because
yeah,
he's
at
normally
some
known
points
for
I
like a
couldn't
comedy
take him
role.
serious.
Oh, that's a
because
good point.
His
Yeah.
face or something, and I would think back to Ant-Man, and he
Yeah,
just made
there's some points in the movie I can feel the same way.
See?
It's good, but sometimes you have to disconnect the actor from his previous roles.
Yeah.
Over,
It was really
overall,
good. I
what would you
liked
rate it out of 10?
out of 10.
Yeah.
I would think like an 8 or a 9. I thought it was really good.
There you go.
I liked it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that's pretty
There was a few
strong.
parts, though, that it really scared me. There was a couple parts I jumped. So
Right?
I mean that's where my wife was. Is at 8 out of 10.
you're
so-
you're easily frightened.
yeah, I
So,
am.
in chat, Thrust wants to know what you thought of the twist without spoiling it. What did you think of the big twist?
Oh, what you found out or what you thought?
What you see, like the big thing, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. What did you think about that without telling everybody what it was? Was you surprised? You thought it was cool?
I
Well
kinda
done.
thought it after you said it. I was like, yeah, that would probably
After I
happen.
told you what
Yeah,
the twist
because-
was?
Brandon, come on, man.
he kind of spoiled it for me. If he hadn't have said anything, I might not have suspected that at all. Because the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
I
job,
can't
Brandon.
talk about it because then
You
it'll
said-
give it away.
The only reason I knew that the twist was there because of Thrust. If Thrust hadn't have told me, I would have not expected that.
Now we're pushing it
I
on
liked it,
Thrust,
though. I thought it was
man.
pretty cool.
Ah,
And the people are, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna.
I know.
Yeah,
it's hard
I
to
know.
talk about a
It
movie
is.
without spoiling.
yeah, because you'll be spoiling it for me, and I know where you live. I actually have a key.
So you said 8 out of 9?
Yeah,
Eight or
I
nine?
think it was really
Which
good.
one is 8 or 9?
Be
You gotta be firm. 8.5.
8.5. There we go. That's a firm. It's firm. It's very firm.
So I really liked it. That other girl, I don't know what she played on, the wife or whatever. I can't remember. What
She
it
looks
was.
familiar, but I'm not sure.
She played on something else that I can't place it, and she was funny. Or I mean, not funny, but like, she was good. I liked her.
So the
But
acting-
when I
acting in
looked at
general
the
was
main
good.
character guy-
So you like the acting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
But
it was pretty good.
You just felt that.
And those kids, I would have done beat them. Like, oh my god. I was like, really? Oh, we talked about that the whole time. I was like, these kids are gonna get them killed.
Yeah, they were. And
Basically.
going back to chat, she does not play anything. She doesn't.
No.
She doesn't game. She's not.
I did that one game with you, and I was really good.
I'm not sure.
I was pretty good
You
with a little robot guy.
talking about Borderlands? We have played Borderlands together.
I was
That
pretty
was-
good at
That
it.
love that game. Amazing game.
I wasn't the best, but I was pretty good.
So
And I played WoW with
a
you
little bit.
before.
Yeah. Okay. We're
A
gonna
long
we're gonna
time ago.
move on now.
Thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye,
thanks.
Caitlin.
All right, bye.
All right. Get the sound back into the headphones here, and
I like
we're gonna
these
start-
special guests. I like these.
Yeah. That was different. That was fun. I hope you guys in chat liked it, and I hope if you're listening at home, that you guys liked it, and that you guys will enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
now we're gonna move on, and we're gonna do 20 questions with Jared picking the game since it's been a long
And-
time.
And all you in chat. There's 11 of you in chat. I see you.
There's a lot of people in chat today.
Yeah,
so
come on. Yeah, we're gonna play some 20 questions.
Help us figure out what game Jared has in mind.
All right. Are you ready
Maybe
for some?
in the future, I know there's a lot of people in there today. Maybe in the future, if someone in chat can guess the game right, maybe we'll give them a game or a T-shirt. Or something.
That's a good idea.
Give them that game if possible.
If possible, it's some old, really old game.
That could be that.
Possible.
I could swing that. We could maybe swing that.
Awesome, guys.
We'll
Oh,
give that a try.
I really
Try.
hope you guys have not done this game before on the show.
even if it has, I think it'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be good. You ready for some questions?
I'm ready.
All right, he's
go.
ready. Let's go. Want to take the first one, Brandon?
Yeah, sure. Let's do what we always do and try to figure out the release date for it. Oh, I gotta fix the camera too. Was this released after 2005?
No.
2000. Okay.
So
Was
it's-
it-
Oh, whoa, hold on.
After 2005. The original release of this game.
original release.
It after
After 2005.
no.
No.
This is why
It's like
it
really
shouldn't-
close
this shouldn't be
or something.
this difficult.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Obviously, it's after 2000, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's between the 2000. That's a
Alright.
good. That's a good gap. It's a good gap.
All right. So we're thinking OG Xbox, PlayStation 2,
Dreamcast, possibly.
Dreamcast, GameCube.
Seriously doubt it.
Maybe. Wait, I can't remember what the Wii. I think Wii was 06. So thinking
Was Jared
GameCube.
a PC gamer? We use some metadata here. Was he
No,
a PC gamer?
he was not PC gaming this
Xbox.
early in
He
his
was an
life.
Xbox gamer.
He was an
Yeah.
Xbox.
I mean,
Well,
I mean that doesn't mean I didn't pick one of those. But yeah, no, I've mostly played Xbox.
chat
All
wants to
right.
know if this was an American publisher.
Yes.
Okay. Was this a console exclusive?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's four
Sorry,
questions so far.
I had
Let me
to
keep track.
had to confirm that real quick, but yes.
No, we're talking. Thrush, we're talking. Or chat. We're talking original
Oh.
Xbox. This is
No,
2000,
actually-
2005.
Sorry, I see right here that it was also released on Windows.
On
So not-
but was it on? Well, we had
It's
that
not
information.
not
anyway.
console not console exclusive. Not console exclusive. Okay.
But
So we're talking-
Was it yes when he answered yes to console exclusive, right?
But here he correct himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
it
corrected
only
myself.
released on one console and PC. We can determine
that a-
that.
Was that a question?
No, that I can just determine that from the way you
Yeah,
answered.
yeah. We're just clarifying for ourselves
No.
to the chat.
Okay, hold on. I feel like I butchered this. It is not a
It is
exclusive
on-
of any kind.
It's not
Okay.
exclusive. It's not exclusive.
Okay.
Okay.
It was released on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Morrowind was on PC. The rest.
Is this an RPG? Considered in the
No.
genre of RPG. Okay. Non-RPG. Man,
No,
this
no.
must be not
No.
Jared's
RPG.
having a really
If
hard
I-
time.
If I
If you had to put a genre on it, it's not an RPG. It's not an RPG,
No.
not a traditional RPG.
Okay.
nope.
I don't-
If I'm
Jared-
going by
Jared-
what Wikipedia says, it is not an RPG.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Are you keeping track of this, Jared?
Sure.
6 questions.
6.
Okay.
Sure. Is it a shooter? From
Yeah, check one type of the shooter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we have in the time frame of 2000, 2005. It's American publisher. It's a shooter. It's not exclusive to any console. We need to maybe. Do we think maybe narrow down the kind of like the story of it? Maybe what we're doing.
The world in it is sci-fi or non-sci-fi. Is it modern times? Set in modern times? It's not set in modern times.
It's a shooter. Okay.
It has to be sci-fi then. It has to be sci-fi.
I mean, there could be your Western cowboys and Indians. They had Gun, the game Gun. That game came out.
That's a good point. All right. So it's definitely not modern. So we can go from there.
Yeah. We could see if it's third person or first person. I think that's kind of a question in chat. Is it first person?
No.
Okay, so it's not first person. So it's a third person shooter, not in modern times. Okay.
Not in modern times.
Maybe
so we can't say like military. We can't say that, right?
No.
Because that wouldn't be a good question for.
Maybe we need to figure out if our character is our main character is male or female.
Go for it.
Yeah, is the main character a male?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Which isn't really surprising for a.
It's probably possible. I mean, Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
Is Tomb Raider a quote unquote shooter?
Yeah, I think it was a shooter, platformer.
Is this a franchise?
No.
So this was a standalone game. That's a pretty good hint. The gun keeps coming to mind. There was never a sequel to Gun.
I'm not familiar with that game. I'm not familiar with that game at all.
It is sort of like a pre-Red Dead Redemption. But I can't remember when Gun released. Is that a guess?
Is this a Western?
Quite yet.
Is this a Western?
It's Gun.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Gun's a fun game.
I've not played that game. Tell me about it. Tell me about the game.
Oh gosh, it's been so long.
It's pretty much. Well, have you played Red Dead Redemption?
I have played Red Dead Redemption. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's a pre-Red Dead.
This was made by Activision, and it was pretty much before Red Dead Redemption. It is pretty much almost the same kind of. It's open world Western, and you could run around and shoot people.
You didn't have the multiplayer aspect. It was more single. It has very singular story. It was a lot of focus on fighting Indians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the American Indian Development boycotted the game.
It is more like Red Dead Revolver, which also came out probably around the same time or a little bit after or before.
Interesting. Did it get good ratings? Like, was it very popular amongst them?
It was got a 79, I think.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I think they've actually re-released it on the newer consoles.
I was reading something. Where'd it go? Oh, during its first month, the game sold 225,000 copies across 4 console systems, for which it was initially released.
I think it's really good for back then.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I think stands out for me is when the opening part of it, you fight a bear with just the revolver. You got to fight a bear, maybe a shotgun too. But that was one of the biggest part of the games that stood out to me in my memory. That and you could scalp scalped Indians and stuff with the tomahawk and kept them as a trophy or something. It was a very violent game. And
it won GameSpy's Xbox 360 Action Game of the Year.
Was it on the 360? I couldn't remember if it was OG or
360. It was on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. It was released November 8th, 2005. That's why I hesitated. I don't know if it released in 2005. I don't know if that counts as.
I would think that counts. I would technically say after. If it's November 8th.
I mean, it wasn't after. I didn't lie.
I guess it's true. It's not after.
So, do we want to do a giveaway? We can do that, right?
Sure. Let's do. I don't know. Do we have something to give away?
I got something. I got something.
Giveaway. So, so what do you want? What do you want people in chat to do? Let us know that they're there.
Yeah, so here's how we're going to do this. Nightbot has a giveaway option by a keyword. So you have to type in a specific keyword, and then you are entered in the giveaway. You only can do it once. So I'll put the keyword in. This is for a Darksiders 1 and 2 Complete Edition or something.
Oh man, I would want to get in on this one.
Darksiders is the keyword.
Yeah,
So
the third. Yeah, so while everybody's doing that, the third one's actually it's coming out this year. Actually.
Yeah, I saw this and I had to get it because I knew some people would be really interested in just playing the series. Even myself, I have them. I just need to go and play them eventually at some time. That'd be really nice. So
yeah, that'd be
type in
really...
Darksiders in chat.
Yeah.
You're in chat. Just type in Darksiders in chat. That's all you need to do. You're entered.
Yeah, while we're still doing that, we might as well go ahead and start closing it out and let people do it real fast.
Absolutely.
We'll give it at the very end.
So along with just going with giveaways, we are doing a giveaway for Destiny. That is the Forsaken plus annual pass. That's like a $70 deal right there for any platform in celebration of reaching 10K members in our Discord. And that our Discord is PixelPub. So, and our community is called PixelPub, and you go to pixelpubgaming.com. That's pixelpubgaming.com for all the information related to any of our clans, guilds, whatever it may be. Our Destiny clan, Wrath Incarnate, our WoW guild, the Batman Pajamas. We even have a Warframe clan that's growing tremendously and really fast and doing amazing. We have like an upcoming communities area where you can suggest your games, and then if we want to grow it inside of our community, maybe it'll become the next Destiny. Who knows? But we have means of doing that and working with you. So all the information you can find in our Discord, and the Discord is also the Discord invites on there. It's as easy as just putting discord.gg/pixelpub. So we talk nerd podcast as well. We're on like almost every platform. I know Brandon's working on pushing all of our live videos to YouTube as well. So
I'm gonna actually try to have that up almost immediately after this ends. So
amazing, awesome.
Yep, good stuff. So we're on all the platforms except Spotify, which we had a discussion about this week. But we're looking into it. We'll try to get on there. But yeah, if you're listening on something, and you're like, man, I really wish I could listen to this on something else. You can find us on everything: YouTube, iTunes, Twitch, SoundCloud, Pocket Cast, Google Play. Yeah.
This is pretty amazing, honestly. What the giveaway for this? There's only really one person that's typed it. So when I'm gonna roll it, it's gonna be actually. Jared, Brandon, you want to roll on it? Go for it. Just
sure.
Go for it.
Right.
You want to get in there?
I don't know. I don't know if I felt right.
Does
it's honest.
Matter?
No, it shouldn't. So it's honest. Like these guys don't have it, but they're staff. But we're just being honest with you. We're in here. Type in Darksiders, and you'll be in the running.
Yeah. Good. So did we? I know I mentioned it briefly.
Like 5.
But have we discussed the big giveaway coming in a couple weeks?
Oh yeah. So really, it's next week. So yeah, the 10K giveaway. So 10K member celebration of our Discord, and it is, like I said, Destiny with the Forsaken. It's Forsaken plus the annual pass, and to enter that, you can do it one of either ways. You can go to our Twitter, and there's information on there, but it's basically a specific tweet that you have to at us, and then we'll add you to the running. It's as simple as that, and you can find all of the information on our blog page on the website. You can also get in our Discord, and we'll have people direct you to that. But the giveaway will happen on this podcast next week, Wednesday at 8:15 live. 8:15.
The giveaway
PM.
won't be right at 8:15, but that's when the show goes live.
So the show goes live then, and it will happen during that show. So all those people that have tweeted, we will verify that, and we'll give away here live. All right, so be there next week.
So sorry if you live in the EU and have to stay up incredible late to see if you win this giveaway.
Yep.
But I like to thank my wife for being on guest tonight, and thanks Jared for returning and filling in for Rob and giving us some nice WoW talk.
Of
And
course, always.
with the expansion coming out, I'm sure we'll probably be hearing a little more from Jared. And if you want to go ahead and announce the winner there, Andrew.
I did. There you go.
Oh,